Okay, alright. Good morning everyone. Good morning. So, solve natin tong isang problem. Okay, about the variations in pressure. Okay, so here we have a storage tank that contains oil and water at the depths shown in the figure. Determine the resultant force that both of these liquids exert together on the side ABC of the tank if the side has a width of 1.25 meters. Also, determine the location of this resultant measured from the top of the tank. Now, dito, meron tayong oil and water. And knowing that oil is less dense compared to water, we are sure that the oil has to be the one on the upper portion. Okay, this is our oil and this must be the water kasi mas mabigat siya. Ngayon, paano yung approach mo dito? Okay, so before we proceed, dapat alam mo that for these kinds of problem, when you have two fluids in the same container and ang pinapakuha sa iyo ay yung hydrostatic pressure na nai-experience nung side nung ating tank, okay, or yung gilid, kumbaga around here or sa kabila, and multiple liquids yung nag-occur, alam mo dapat that each of these liquids, each of them, they are exerting a pressure doon sa side ng tank. Each of them ay meron. Okay? And itong dalawang to, syempre, merong resultant yan. Diba? And yung resultant ng dalawang forces na yan, yun ang pinapahanap. Okay? And of course, these two, may mga location to, diba? May kanya-kanyang center of pressure yan, yung dalawang yan. And later on, gagamitan natin ng Varignon's theorem para naman makuha ang location ng resultant na masasolve natin. Okay? So, ganito ang gagawin natin. For oil, para makuha yung force niyan, we will be using yung standard procedure na ginagawa natin sa pagsasolve ng hydrostatic pressure. Okay? Yung usual na ginagawa natin. But for water, medyo iibahin natin. Bakit? Because above the water, meron tayong oil. So, hindi na pwede yung usual natin ginagawa. However, mabilis lang naman ang gagawin natin. So, ganito. Before we do yung usual natin ginagawa, itong oil na to sa taas, i-convert natin ang pressure head niyan papuntang water. Okay? I-convert natin ang pressure head. Why is it necessary? Because yung formula natin sa pagkuha ng hydrostatic pressure is only applicable kapag iisa lang or isa lang yung liquid natin. Hindi natin pwedeng idiretso na oil yung nasa taas at water yung nasa ilalim. Kukunin natin yung hydrostatic pressure ni water. So, hindi pwede. Kay oil, okay lang. Kasi sa taas niya, wala namang nakapatong na ibang liquid. But for water, hindi pwede. So, gagawin natin. Okay. Solve muna natin yung unahin na natin yung hydrostatic force ni water. Okay. Unahin natin yan. Remember that the formula to solve for the hydrostatic pressure is F. F is equal to gamma H bar times your area. Okay. Unit weight times your distance from the water surface to the centroid or the liquid surface to the centroid and then the area na kino-consider natin. So, ano po ba yung area na ikino-consider? Ito po yun. Sabi dyan, yung tank natin, okay, yung hinahanapan natin ng pressure or ng force is yung side na mayroong width of 1.25 meters. So, ito kasi ay 2D. So, yung 3D, ganyan. Yan. Diba? And this tank or itong side na to, meron siyang width na 1.25 meters. Okay? And yun ang gusto natin kunin, ang kanyang, yes, yung force. Yan. Okay, may hati dyan. So, for the force due to water, itong isa, let's call this F1. Yan, this is F2. Yan. Solve muna natin sa F1. Para kay F1, ang i-consider nating area ay nasaan? Itong nasa ilalim. Okay, so let's draw that. Draw natin. Yan. Whoops, ito yan. Okay. The width is 1.25 meters. The height is 1.5 meters. Ngayon, ito ang sinasabi natin. Nasaan ang liquid surface natin? In actual, nandito yon, diba? But, yung water. But, we know na din, based on the figure, na mayroong oil sa taas. Pero, hindi natin pwedeng hayaang oil lang yan. Okay? Kasi remember, sa formula na to, isa lang yung unit weight yan. Diba? Isa lang yung unit weight. Therefore, hindi pwede na meron tayong dalawang unit weight, dalawang density. So, what we will be doing is to convert itong pressure head ni oil to an equivalent pressure head ni water. Okay? Remember that yung pressure itself hindi po mababago. Kumbaga, yung effect ng pressure due to oil sa interface nilang dalawa, hindi po mababago yan. We are simply changing the height of the liquid. Okay? Kumbaga ganito. Sa point na to, ano yung pressure na ina-exert ni oil? Diba? At this point sa interface. Paano? Gamma H lang. Gamma ng oil times 0.9 times height na 0.75. O baka magtanong ka, sir, saan po galing yung 0.9 and yung 0.9 na yan? Okay, specific gravity ng oil po yan. Ito 9.81, unit weight ni water. Okay, saan galing? Dito po galing. Meron tayong given na density ng oil at density ni water. Okay. Tandaan mo, paano kumuha ng specific gravity? Yes. Density ng object over density ng water. Okay, which is 900 over 1,000, then 0.9. Diba? O, pag gusto mo kunin ang specific gravity ni water, automatic 1 yan, diba? Okay. Ayan. So, doon galing yan, 0.9. So, makukuha natin that at the interface, ang ating pressure due to oil is 6.62175 kPa. So, ibig sabihin, at this point, dito sa interface, ito yung pressure na ina-exert ni oil. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, hahanapin natin ngayon yung equivalent height ng water. Okay? Gagawin natin water yung oil. Wherein, yung water na yon will still produce this pressure, 6.62175. Okay? So, nagigets mo na nangyari. Same pa din yung pressure, naging iba lang yung liquid. So, fundamentally, wala po tayong nabibreak na rule dyan. Okay? Pinalitan lang natin yung liquid, but the pressure na na-experience ng water it's still the same. Okay? So, ano gagawin mo? Simple lang, di ba? So, 6.62175 is equal to 9.81 times height ng water. Di ba? We simply use gamma H ulit. Unit weight, tapos height ng water. Okay? So, let's say gusto mong gawing mercury. So, lagay mo lang dito, 13.6. Kung gusto mong height ng mercury, equivalent height sa mercury. But since water naman, okay na yan. Ilan to? So, height ng water or equivalent height ng water is 0.675. Ayan. Okay, ito yung long cut. Pero, if ever, alam mo na yung shortcut kung paano mag-convert ng pressure head, that's actually better. Diba? Pwede mong gamitin to. Unit weight A, height A is equal to unit weight B, height B. Kumbaga, yung unit weight ng liquid A times yung height ng liquid A is equal to the unit weight of liquid B times the height of liquid B. Itong unit weight, pwede mong gawin niyang specific gravity or pwede ring density. Okay, so kung itatry natin yan, you'll see. Okay, sige. Yung 900 na lang, yung density. 900 times 0.75, ano to? Density ng oil, height ng oil is equal to 1,000 times height ng water. You'll see that the height of water is, okay, yes, 0.675. See? So, ganito lang kabilis mag-convert ng pressure head. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So, anong nangyari ngayon? Yan, ito na. So, instead nandito yung ating water surface, aangat siya ngayon. Banda dito na. Yan. And this height, ano kaya ito? Yes. Kaya kanina oil yan. Ginawa na nating water, which is equal to or equivalent to 0.675 meters. Okay. So, ito na yung height. Mula doon sa interface or sa dulo noong water, ito, mula dito hanggang water surface. Yan, hanggang dyan na. Okay, ito huwag kang malilito. In reality, ito pa rin. Okay, we simply did this step para, okay, para ating makuha or mai-apply na ang formula na to para makuha na natin ang force 1. Okay? So, saan nag-a-act si force 1? Banda dito. This is your center of pressure. Diba? Always. Always. Ang ating hydrostatic pressure acts at the center of pressure. Okay? And that center of pressure is always below your center of gravity and they are of distance we call E or eccentricity. And so bakit natin kinukuha to? Kasi kailangan din nating hanapin ang location ng resultant. So kukunin na natin parehas yan. Okay? Okay. So ang gagawin natin is to solve na kay F. Okay, F1. Gamma, ano to? Water. Okay, 9.81. H bar. Ano po si H bar? Yes, from the surface of the water, yung imaginary water natin, hanggang center of gravity. Saan to? Yes, kalahati ng 1.5 which is 0.75 meters. So, we will have 0.675 plus 0.75 times the area. Ano po yung area ang i-consider? Ito po, itong area na to. Yan. Okay. Itong area na to. Yan. So, that is 1.875. Okay. So this is equal to 26.211 kilonewton. Okay? 2111. Yan, kilonewton. Okay, kita tayo sa F1. Next nating isolve is C, eccentricity E. Okay? Okay, C, eccentricity E. Formula? Yes, that is IG over AY bar. So ngayon, ang gagawin natin, itong location, kumbaga, ni F is nasa center of pressure. Sukatin na lang natin yan mula dito sa interface. Okay? So, ang sukat natin mula dito sa interface. Bakit hindi tayo magsusukat galing taas? Para maiwasan natin yung confusion. Bakit? Kasi, itong 0.675 na to ay, yes, ito ay imaginary lang. Okay? So, in actual, hindi talaga yan. Kasi oil yan, di ba? So, hindi tayo magre-reference dyan dahil baka malito ka. So, dito na lang tayo magre-reference sa interface. Okay? Solve na natin ang eccentricity, which is your inertia about the center of gravity. Since this is rectangle, it should be BH cube. Okay? Ang height ay 1.5, ang base ay 1.25 over 12. Over area 1.5 times 1.25 y bar. Okay? Sa case na to, si y bar, siya na din si h bar. Okay? Kasi nakatayo lang naman. Okay. So that should be 0.675 plus 0.75. 1.425. So the eccentricity should be 1.25 times 1.425. 5 over 38 meters. Okay. So the distance, let's call this the distance of F1 from interface, saan yung interface? Itong part na to. Ayan. Is equal to, kita mo agad, 0.75 plus 0.75 plus 5 over 38. Saan yung interface? Nandito. So, kung pupunta ka sa center of pressure, edi yung 0.75 pupuntang CG, tapos E. Okay. So, yan na yan. 0.75 plus 5 over 38. So, this is 0.8816. Okay, 16. 6 meters. Kung gusto mo galing siya sa top, dito sa top. Okay? Hindi dito kasi imaginary to. Kumbaga, kinonvert lang natin. In actual, ito pa rin. Dito tayo papalik. So, in actual, ang distance, okay, distance of F1 from oil surface, yan ang kailangan natin, from oil surface, is equal to, ilan? Yes, 0.75 plus yung 8816. Okay? So, 0.75 plus 0.8816, and that is 1.6316 meters. Okay. Ayan. So, okay na tayo both sa value, okay, ng force and yung distance niya mula saan? Mula sa oil surface, dito sa taas. Yan. So, bakit dito tayo nagsusukat sa taas ng tank? Kasi yung pinapasolve sa atin dito na location is measured from the top of the tank. Okay? So, with that, okay na tayo sa F1. At yung distance niya, proceed tayo kay F2. So, itong si F2, mas mabilis to ng slide. Okay? Saan yan? Itong oil. And as you can notice, nandun na yung ating surface ng oil. Nandun na rin sa mismong taas niya. Nandyan na mismo sa taas. Ano po ang area na i-consider mo? Ito. Yan. Itong area na yan. Okay? Yung may oil sa taas. If you want to draw, it should look like this. Okay? This is 1.25 meters. This is 0.75 meters. Now, nasaan ang surface ng oil or ng liquid? Ito. Yan, di ba? Okay. And this one, mas mabilis to. Kasi wala ka nang gagawing conversion ng pressure head. Kasi nandiyan eh. Okay ka na eh. Di ba? Oil lang naman to. Wala nang iba. So, paano yan? 9.81 times 0.9. Diba? Times H bar. Oh. Baka hindi po pa alam ha. Center of gravity papuntang taas, which is kalahati ni 0.75. Okay? So, 0.75 over 2 times area, 0.75 times 1.25. Okay, yung area na ta. Ayan. So, here, the value should be okay, there's 1.25. 3.104 kilo Newton. So that is the value of your force due to oil. Okay? So this one is due to oil and water, di ba? Yung dito sa part na to. Yung water, tapos yung oil sa taas niya. May effect yun. So dalawa yan. Pero dito sa isa, sa F sub 2, oil lang yung nag-a-act dyan. Okay? So now, na okay ka na dyan, next natin kunin is yung distance from the top. Ito. Let's call this your center of pressure, di ba? Yung distance mula sa center of pressure hanggang taas, let's call that D sub 2 na lang. Yan. D sub 2. Distance mula sa top ng tank hanggang center of pressure. Number 2. Yan. And now, kitang-kita mo naman, mula sa taas hanggang dito, ilan yan? 0.375. Okay, kalahati ng 0.75. Plus, di ba? Di ba ito, eccentricity yan? Yan, okay? So, solve mo na. 0.0375 plus H, IG, inertia, 0.75 cube times 1.25 over 12. Okay? Base, 1.25. Height, 0.75 cube. BH cube over 12. Over area times Y bar. Si Y bar, siya na din si H bar. Yan. And here, the answer should be 75 cube. Okay, kinakalkyo ko lang. 12. Okay, so 0.5 meters from the top of the tank. And the top of the tank. So, at this point, okay ka na. Kompleto na yung forces. Kompleto na yung distances nila mula sa top. So, kunin na natin ang resultant force. Okay? The resultant force, is simply yung summation ng dalawa nating forces. Okay? Which are 26.2111 plus 3.104. Diba? 26. Yeah, okay. So this is 29.32 kilonewton. And that is your final answer sa unang part, the resultant force. Diba? Now, para sa distance, location from top. Okay, let's call that y sub p. Yan. Y sub p is equal to f1 d1 plus f2 d2 over f1 plus f2. Familiar? Yes. Varignon's theorem. Diba? Okay. Ano si y sub p? Ito na yun. Nasaan ba si fr? Sabihin na natin, dito nag-aak yung resultant natin. Mga banda dito. Yan. Okay, assumption lang yan. Hindi naman kailangan tama ang drawing natin. Mula dito hanggang taas, let's call this y sub p, and dyan yung hahanapan natin. Okay? So, paano nga si Varignon's theorem? Diba? Y bar is equal to area 1, y1, area 2, y2 over, bakit naka-square? Area 2, y2, so on and so forth over area total. Okay, the same dito. Force 1, d1, force 2, d2 over total force. Okay. So, from that, masolve mo na si y sub p. Ano sa f1? 26.2111. Ano ang distance from the top? 1.6316. Plus f2, 3.104. Distance, 0.5. Over 29.3151. Saan galing to? Ito na yung resultant. Diba? Yung pinag-total natin. So, you will have y sub p equal to okay, calculo lang. Okay. So, 1.51 meters from the top. Okay, so this is your final answer. Okay. GG. Basic naman.